Welcome to a new topic, parasitic nutrition in animals. Parasitism, a relationship in which one organism lives on or inside another, and as the one benefits, the other is harmed. So, here, what do you realize? Basically, in parasitism, only the parasitic organism benefits in this relationship. The parasitic benefits while the host is harmed. There are two general types of parasites: endoparasites, which live inside your body, and ectoparasites, which live outside your body. In picture A, you see an ectoparasite which lives on the surface of your body, whereas in picture B, you can see the worms are living inside your body. So let's learn more about them. Ectoparasite versus endoparasites. Ectoparasite refers to a parasite that lives on the host. That is, it lives on the surface of the host. The interaction can be temporary, intermittent, or permanent. So, that is, the parasite may be there for a temporary purpose or intermittent or permanent. So, the respiration in such organisms is aerobic. They lack wings, cause less damage to the host. Example include mosquito, leech, mite, flea, tick and louse. What about endoparasites? Now endoparasites, endo means inside. So endoparasites are those organisms or parasites that live inside its host. So there's always a permanent interaction, that is permanently they live inside the body of the host. Respiration is anaerobic, like digestive tracts may even cause the death of the host. So they are more harmful to the host, that is the endoparasites. They include roundworms, tapeworms and trematodes and protozoans. Now let's see the first picture here. It's very interesting. We are going to start with endoparasitic nutrition. In the picture you can see a tapeworm. So let's know first what exactly is endoparasitic nutrition. Animals which obtain their food by living inside the body of other animals. So tapeworm is one such example which is shown here. Now what are these tapeworms like? Tapeworms are flat, segmented worms that live in the intestines of some animals. It can be humans too. Animals can become infected with these parasites while grazing in pastures or drinking contaminated water. Eating undercooked meat from infected animals is the main cause of tapeworm infection. So, let's move to the next organism here. Again, this is an endoparasite. Endoparasite living inside the body of the host. These are intestinal worms. Here, these are pinworms. Again, we go to the next worm, that is again a endoparasite, roundworm. What about roundworms? Again, they are a type of parasitic worm. Ascaris is the most common roundworm infection which we see. These infections usually are found in developing countries too, because when people come in contact with contaminated soil or contaminated water, these worms enter the body of the host. So it can be animals as well as human beings. Now we move towards ectoparasitic nutrition. Ecto means outside the body. So animals which live on the body surface of other animals and obtain their food by sucking their blood. So basically these animals, they suck the blood from outside of the body of a particular host. Here in the picture you can see the picture of a leech shows how it's sucking. It is getting attached to the body of the host first, and then it starts sucking the blood from the body of the host till it can cause the death to the host. So they are so harmful to the host sometimes that they can cause death if many leeches are clinging towards the body of a particular person. So it's very dangerous sometimes. Then you also know bed bugs, which are very commonly seen. So bed bugs are insects which bite during the night. So usually they hide into the bed. That's why they are known as bed bugs. They may lead to skin changes ranging from invisible to small areas of redness to prominent blisters. So sometimes they really cause psychological effects or skin rashes and allergic symptoms. The next picture you can see is ticks. Dog ticks are just, they are very common. So they are large enough to be visible, especially if they have already had a bite. When they can look like small warts, So when you have to see the ticks, usually you find them on dogs or other animals. So it's around their neck or around the ear. So these ticks, again, what do they do there? They suck the blood. So they are again ectoparasites which are sucking the blood from the body of the host from outside. Another very common example is the head louse, or we call it as lice. The head louse is an obligate ectoparasite of humans that causes head lice infestation. Head lice are wingless insects spending their entire lives on the human scalp and feeding exclusively on human blood. So again, that's very important that we keep cleaning our head scalp, just because if there is a lot of infestation, they suck in the blood through the scalp. So I hope you have found this particular topic very interesting. Endoparasites and ectoparasites, you know the difference between them. Okay, thank you.